Hello everybody, I'm Count Crusader and welcome back to Ending the Cycle. So I have decided that this is part 2 of Ending the Cycle. I've decided I'm going to edit down the process of getting from here to the beginning of the fight with the end of the cycle. Because if I do it on live stream like we did before, this took like 3.5 hours. So to take over all of this is likely to take another like 9 hours. And I'm not going to stream for 9 hours without any real conflict. So what I'm going to do is just play through while watching something on my other monitor, and I'm going to edit down, when big events happen, I'll commentate and then I'll edit out all of the gaps in between. So call this an experiment with editing, because I do like doing some editing content on the channel. I think it's quite fun. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Just to set the stage of you, for those of you who have not watched and don't want to watch the full 3-hour VOD for the first one, which, considering this is probably only going to be like a 20-25 minute video, that seems quite a lot of setup. We are playing as the Foredoomed. Now, I have set up the Foredoomed. Can I see the description of the Foredoomed anywhere? I don't know if I can. Anyway, we are a psionic species that has come into contact with something called the Shroud. And deep within the horrendous vistas of the Shroud lies a being known as the End of the Cycle. And we are going to do our best to kill it. It's almost impossible, but I have a plan. So, the way you trigger the end of the cycle, the ultimate demise of all sentient life in the galaxy, is you make a contract with them, a convent, a pact with the end of the cycle, which marks all of your worlds. And after 50 years, in which you enjoy huge benefits, all of your worlds get annihilated, and a massive psionic being breaches through from the Shroud and then roams around the galaxy killing everyone. So, here is my plan. I'm going to take over the entire galaxy. We're going to colonize every world in the galaxy, except for a few, which I will explain in a moment. We colonize every single world in the galaxy. And then we release each individual system in the entire galaxy as a vassal, right? So what that will mean is there's an enormous number of independent nations in the galaxy. We then leave ourselves with one planet, one very small planet with very few population on it. Let's say this one over here. And meanwhile, during our spread across the galaxy, over here, we've built a huge assortment of ring worlds. Okay? Now, all of these ring worlds are perfect places for us to live. They're huge. We also build a whole bunch of science nexuses, which are devices which give you a huge amount of research. We build a whole bunch of Dyson spheres. We basically make this area down here, or if we find the L-gate cluster, we might put it in the L-gate cluster, the L-gate cluster being an extrasolar bundle of stars. We might decide that that's our perfect area. So we create this huge area full of ring worlds, and then there's a little buffer around it, say up to here, in which there are no vassals, and it's all entirely unpopulated. We release all the vassals, we trigger the end of the cycle. Sorry, pop that up. And then we get exiled to one of those ring worlds. We then rebuild from the ring worlds. Everyone should be really weak because they're all one system, little, insignificant types. We spread out from our corner. We reconquer the galaxy and we defeat the end of the cycle. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so after hundreds of years of occupation, one of these freaking planets, here it is. This place has been occupied by Titanic life for I don't know how long, hundreds of years. I finally brought in some psionic cadets, so we're going to perform a glorious retaking of this planet. I don't think I mentioned in my my little preamble, by the way. Here we go, fantastic. The psionic cadre, and one of these, yeah, that's actually an avatar. Look at that damage, it's insane. It's 2.5 times psionic troops, and psionic troops are some of the best in the game anyway. So we're finally retaking this place. I am going to upload, by the way, the raw footage, the entire period I've played, just so that no one can say, oh, he edited it so he must have cheated, because I want this to stand as one of my achievements. Like, it's not NSEG level, but it's up there. I think this is one of the things I'm going to be pleased that I accomplished in Stellaris, so I don't want there to be too much doubt around it. I'll show you, by the way, what actually happens when you breach the Shroud. Reach into the Shroud. We can get increased ship speed, influence, or ship repair. We'll go with influence. So one of these times, we're going to breach the Shroud and we're going to meet a being which will offer us patronage. And we're going to refuse, because we only want the end of the cycle to be our patron, and we don't want them to be our patron until the very end. Anyhow, return to the off-camera mass colonization. And here it is, the first megastructure to be built by the mighty Foredoomed civilization. We have completed a science nexus. Glorious, look at that. Fully equipped and operational science nexus, giving us a lovely boost to our science production. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm going to teach you a little exploit. You can build more than one science nexus. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. You cannot own a science nexus when you begin building one, but I think this will work. We simply delete this starbase. We don't own this system anymore. And now, if we were to quickly build a construction ship, I think we will be able to build another starbase over here. Let's see. Yeah, so no one owns this. We're not getting the research from it. So now what we do is we just build another one here. And I think that will allow us to then if we retake these two systems, so you know, we build one here, we disband the system, we build one here, we disband the system, we build one here, we disband the system, etc., until there's like 10 in this region. Then I retake all the systems and I get 10 science nexuses. I think it's gonna work, but let's see. I've never tried this before, I don't think. So here we go. Megastructure. Oh, we don't actually have the influence. Okay, well, we'll check back in when we have the influence. Until then, I guess I might as well retake this place. A subterranean invasion. Well, that's not good. Alright, I guess these guys have something to do, finally. Anyway, I'll see you when we have enough influence to test out this starbase, this building multiple megastructures thing. Okay, so a brief interlude before we actually get that influence, because obviously it's taking a little while. I'm going to launch an attack on this automated dreadnought. I cannot remember for the life of me how large a fleet you're supposed to use, or what kind of fleet composition you're supposed to use, but really it doesn't matter, because we have ludicrous income and no enemies, so, you know, I'm in no tearing hurry. I'm just doing applied superconductivity over and over and over and over again, by the way. Alright, here we go, let's see. Can we take out the automated dreadnought with 57,000 pre-built ships with no general? Let's find out. I think if we kill it... Good lord, it already went down to 27. What the heck just happened? Oh, swarming hivecraft, of course. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose. Oh well, that's fine. We can always build another one. Well, we might win. I want to know why we suddenly went down to 15,000. Oh, and I don't have a war doctrine set, do I? We should do that. Oh, we do, but it's on the wrong one. Obviously, we want hit and run. It's going to be close, actually. Get him. Alright, let's slow it right down. Here we go. I believe. What have we got left? Just a whole bunch of corvettes. Mostly a whole bunch of corvettes. One battleship still out there. Sending some big guns in. I believe. We're going to do it, I think. Get wrecked, automated dreadnought. It's a cool looking ship, isn't it? What's the button to make everything look cool? I can't remember. I think it might be F12 or something. Anyway, automated dreadnought goes down. Fantastic. That should give us some influence, I think. We should let us test out the science nexus. The reason the wiki pops up occasionally, by the way, is because Alt brings it up, and Alt is my mute key. Hey, dreadnought disabled. Fantastic. We've managed to disable the automated dreadnought in the Segetia system, despite the punishment it took from our ships. Structural integrity is intact, so we have to... Well, actually, we could repair it, but there's not a huge amount of reason to. Because we're going to lose it when we end the cycle anyway. We might as well repair it, and then we can use it in case we have to fight an endgame crisis. So we will we'll get on that. But now, next month, we'll have enough... whatchamacallit? Enough influence to actually try building a second science nexus. So let's see if the game will let us. Let's find out. Just keep heading over here. Alright, so we have enough now. So, in here, build me a science nexus site. And where's it chosen to build it? Or is it just going to build it? Where is it? I don't see it. It appears that it is allowing me to click on it, though. Alright, hang on. I'll get back to you when he arrives in this province. Okay, so our construction ship has arrived. Let's see, shall we? Build me a science nexus site. Right there. Right here. Is that how it works? I can't remember how you give instructions on this freaking thing. Science nexus site. Oh, there we go. Okay. You can only build it around the sun. Okay, sure. Go for it. Yeah, it works. We're going to get many, many, many science nexuses. Ideal. Well, that is excellent news. Meanwhile, in the north, let's get that dreadnought repaired. Cool. Okay, I just got the pop-up. Where's the freaking dreadnought again? I think it was this guy. No, this guy. Yeah, there he is. Fantastic. Our first Titan-class ship. The newly repaired automated dreadnought. Fantastic. All right, well, he can return home and join our main fleet as we go and clear out all these hostile aliens around the place. So, slight issue. We built a sentry array rather than a science nexus. Whoops. So I guess we're going to have a sentry array just here. Oh well. That could be helpful. Not that helpful, but a little helpful. So I guess we'll just have a sentry array. And when we get the sentry array finished, then we can deal with whether or not we're going to be able to build a second science nexus. We'll see. Okay, so here it is, the first ever engagement of the automated dreadnought. Unfortunately, the rest of the fleet appears to have taken that one out before it got to fire. Let's see if we can get a better shot this time. Got an automated dreadnought. I want to see you fire your massive cannon at these guys. Slow it right down so we don't miss it. Here we go. Here we go. Fire! Fire, dreadnoughts! And the military power of 5.7 thousand alone. That is impressive. Here it comes. Here it comes. Do it. Oh, one of them just died. Is that it? Is that it firing? That might be no, that's just the normal dreadnoughts. Sorry, the battleships. Dreadnought, do it. Do it. What's its range? Can I see that? If I go in here? I don't know if I can. I probably could if I found it in the list, but there's a lot of ships in that list. There it goes! This is its round. Okay. I want to see if it hits. Here he goes. Alright, instant kill. Oh, no, it's this one. Nice. Did get him. Fantastic. Alright, speed it back up. So, as you can probably tell, I'm just sending this fleet from system to system that has hostiles in it, so they can clear them out, jump driving around the place, all that great stuff. I wanted to highlight this in case you didn't watch the full stream. We do have Cthulhu in our empire, living down here, an ancient being living deep beneath the waves as the dominating life force on this planet, and we have seemed strangely compelled to defend it as much as possible, so we've built a huge number of fortresses and a planetary shield generator, and people that come to this planet seem oddly reluctant to leave. So yeah, there's the Cthulhu that we do have resting here in Polaris Prime. Okay, this is strange. I found an AI. Okay. Their technology level is equivalent to us. What? How did this happen? They're also psionic. We must have colonized the planet and then somehow they stole it from us. Or like these guys are force spawned to be equivalent to your empire. I do not understand. Alright, well they're going to have to die, obviously. So we will begin moving the fleet into position to destroy them. We're going to actually get to fight a war in this campaign. I didn't expect this. Oh, I didn't actually realise. We have brain slugs. Fantastic. This leader is enjoying the presence of a natural symbiotic, a helpful slug, symbiont, a natural slug which attaches itself to the brainstem of the host. Fantastic. This can't possibly have negative repercussions. Anyway, in other news, we're ready to declare war on these keeping star neutron packs. So we're going to cleanse you from the galaxy. Darn right. Safeguarding our interests. Of course, you know, presumably their fleet's tiny. Yeah. So this shouldn't be... What is it? A split V. This shouldn't be a challenge, really. We're just going to send one fleet to each system and blow them away. I don't know if we even are going to need to land ground troops on them. We might want to, though, so I guess I will bring up the land troops. I'm pretty sure we can just Armageddon bomb them into non-existence, though. So that should be good. If they could not occupy my planets, that'd be ideal. So the Ruinous Core and the Lost Encampment. It's interesting. They don't appear to have any special buildings. They don't have a special description or anything. They're Tomb World preference. Interesting. Interesting, strange species that we have come across. So yeah, they're going to conquer a couple of our systems, but that's okay. We'll retake them without too much trouble. Good lord, the number of pop-ups. Yeah, we're doing a lot simultaneously. I've got a lot of science ships researching. We got, things are progressing. We got Christ tons of spaceports being built. I can have 48 right now, so they really are just rampaging through, aren't they? But that's okay. Now that we've captured this main system, I'll just send my guys beelining it after their actual main fleet, and then we'll put an end to this. If you could capture that one too, that'd be lovely. Alright, marvellous. Oh, by the way, during this war, did I mention, we hit 1 million unity. In fact, we're at 1.6 million unity. I think, and let me just check. I'm pretty sure you don't lose your unity when the end of the cycle triggers. You lose... Okay, the reckoning comes. Yeah, you lose all your ships, all resources the Empire stores will be drained completely. But I think I've seen somewhere that Unity doesn't actually get drained. So we may be able to keep a crazy amount of Unity, which is good because even though we filled out all of our Unity trees, there are still the Unity edicts that I've been using. Scientific Revolution, Architectural Renaissance, Will to Power. There's lots of great ones in here, which cost 77,000 right now. Okay, so I have checked the Science Nexus situation, and it looks like I was wrong. So if we go over here and we try and build a Science Nexus, we actually can't. You can only have one Science Nexus, which sucks, because, I mean, Science Nexus is kind of useless in large galaxies, but oh well. So we will recolonize the province with the Science Nexus, get that juicy science back under our control, so we can at least get some out of it. I am now up to my 15 planet limit. Oh no, we just got another planet limit. Fantastic. So we've got, as you can see, we've got one mineral world, which I should probably switch over, honestly. The home world, which just has all, like, unique planets. One mineral world, and then everything else is just science for absolute days. I've got one... The only things we build on the planet are one gene clinic to help the pops grow faster, one temple to give me a bit of unity and some spiritualist ethics attraction, and everything else is just science labs. So as you can see, we've got crazy, crazy numbers of science labs going up to generate ridiculous amounts of science, and all of them are categorized to one specific kind of energy, so I can kind of keep it a little bit balanced. That's how things are going. In the research world, we're up to superconductivity 14. This is one of the big ways in which we're going to beat the end of the cycle. I'm going to have so much repeatable tech, it's not even going to be funny. We're going to have a truly ludicrous amount of repeatable tech by the time I'm done. But yeah, we continue to spread across the galaxy. To put this in context, this is how much we've spread from the start. This has taken me 1 hour and 40 minutes, so I think it's probably a good choice. We're doing this off camera. The Sentry Array has finished, so we can see the entire galaxy, which is kind of fun. I don't think I can demolish it, which is a shame, because I'd really rather have it somewhere else. But that's okay. We can always build a new one later once we reset. Oh, actually, here's something I haven't tried. What if we give the Science Nexus to a vassal? So for the first time, let's create a vassal. I can't, because I have to be at peace. Okay. Well, in a minute, I will try creating a vassal and giving them the Science Nexus and seeing if that works. Let's try that. Oh, it's a big moment for the history of our species. We're about to get our first president. All right. Star System sharded. We're about to get our first president with a brain slug. Huzzah! All hail our new brain slug overlords. Marvelous. Alright, I've done it. We successfully bombed this species out of existence on one of their planets, so we're moving on to the other one. The other two, that is. And continuing our massive orbital bombardments, which will continue until there are no species. None of their species left in the galaxy. Alright, Ruinous Core, the final one, the Lost Encampment, has been bombed into non-existence. And now only the Ruinous Core remains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 pops. Oh, now 6 pops remain alive. And we destroyed the Wraith almost immediately. I didn't even get to see the fight. But we destroyed the Stellarite Devourer. There we go. The light has gone out. Hey, nice. We get 5% physics, 10% energy credits, and 5% energy weapon damage. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, they're done. Finally. We have nuked them out of this world. The end of the Kettling Star Pack has been destroyed by its enemies. How this may affect the political climate of the galaxy remains to be seen. Yeah, it's a friggin' mystery. How will this affect the political climate of the Mono Galaxy? But there we go. An empire rose mysteriously in my no AI game and was immediately crushed. So I wanted to share with you the madness that is the sector view right now. Check this freaking thing out. So I've been adding everything to one sector, which isn't isn't a system that has a planet I want to colonize. So that one's not getting added because it's got a 20, got 20, 21 there. This one's, yeah, that one's already added. Cool. But yeah, just look at this anarchy. This is like a 400 planet sector. Let's look at how much it's producing. Good lord, we have a lot of people. So it's producing, not bad, 1,200 minerals, almost 4,000 unity. I have got it attempting to focus on science, but even when you focus it entirely on science and you make every single one of your planets science, these things always build enough that they generally keep you stable in terms of income. Later on, I will change this Gaia world. Once we get a Dyson sphere up and running, I will make this world 100%. This building here, resource replicators, which gives you 40 minerals in exchange for 45 energy. 45 because we have a 10% reduction to the cost, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I thought I should share with you the madness that is the sector screen. Hey, it happened. 2 million unity, everybody. So if we do get to keep this, we're going to have the freaking policies on forever. But don't get me wrong, I'm not stockpiling it. Like, I've been using these edicts full time. Oh, no, will to power turned off. There we go. Now I've been using them full time. Meanwhile, our fleets continue to roam around the galaxy, killing anything that looks remotely hostile. Glorious. Expunge, kill, burn, destroy. Ooh. The heck's this? Okay, the Matriarch, a creature of legend, swims languorously between the gas giants in the tower system, larger than any trachea on, which is like the space whales on record, larger than any of our projections could have allowed for. Cool. Let's go check it out. Where is it? Or have we already killed it? No, there it is. Hey, cool. Oh, we're currently killing it. Okay. Cool. All right, let's see what happens when we kill it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's standing much chance against our assembled force. There he goes. Death of the Matriarch. Ooh. Oh, you can't hear that because the game sound is at minimum, but it screamed. The victorious fleet circles a dying Matriarch, her glowing flesh scored by countless blast marks, violently thrashing of her tentacles, still trying to grasp at nearby ships. First slows, then draws abruptly to an end. At last she expires. Ancient Matriarch laid to an end like her would-be hunters before us. At last. Death of the Matriarch. Oh, something is about to emerge. From the belly of the beast, a mysterious vessel covered in viscous fluids and damaged by digestive juices blasts its way out. They're hailing us. Hello. Captain Undor, long have I suffered in the caustic bowels. I pledge my life and loyalty. I'm afraid the Foredoomed suffers no demons to live. No, you cannot get away from me. Ah, Xeno scum. And we get 214,000 unity. Seems reasonable. And his ship, apparently. Cool. Oh, look at it. That is a weird ship. It's almost as big as the vessel it apparently came out of. So we've got a battleship class ship. Does it have a jump drive? It doesn't have a jump drive, so I'm afraid we're going to delete it. But there you go. Cool. So the Matriarch. Oh, the corpse is still here. I wonder if it's got like minerals or something. Cool. Well, get wrecked, space whales. Alright, continuing the chain of Leviathans that we have destroyed. Ether Drake, go for it. We're gonna stomp all over them because we're just charging him with substantially larger fleets than we need. The Titan pounding him from afar with its mighty guns. We have lost quite a few ships, but they've mostly retreated because of our war doctrine, so I don't expect we will actually lose that many. I wonder if we can get the Ether Egg out of this. That could be fun. Commendable. Congratulations. We can build an Ether Drake shrine. Ooh, it also had a Scream Death. Cool. I will build an Ether Drake shrine because they are fun. You ships can just carry on your merry way. But there we go. I'll let you know if we get the Easter egg event. So it could be fun. Ah, yes, I forgot. We were going to check. So, can we give away the science network to a vassal and thereby... I can't create a vassal. Oh, no! Oh, this puts a slight spanner in the works. I may have to find out if there's a console command to switch your ethos, because I didn't know fanatical purifiers weren't allowed to create vassals. That's problematic, to say the least. That is problematic. Okay, I'm going to look into this. All right, welcome back to the Foredoomed, but not the Foredoomed you know and love, because after a little bit of save editing, we are no longer a group of fanatic purifiers, which is cool. It means we can reform and do something else. So what should we get? So it's unfortunate that we had to do that. Obviously, there's nothing stopping me from restarting. I could do it all over again, or I could just do a quick bit of save editing. So I think I'll just do a quick bit of save editing, that's fine. What should we get instead? Consumer good costs. Governing ethics could be okay. We have got some guys straying a little bit at the moment. Governors, high-level governors could be good, you know. Because the, if we look, these governors, they give some... That's the wrong thing to hover over. Here. Where do you see... Oh, we have a spare governor right now. Kill him. We'll replace him with a scientist. So him being this level, we get... Yeah, a whole bunch... You get extra resource production for governor level. What is it? 2% per level, looks like. Yeah. So, yeah, let's level up our governors. That seems like a good way to spend... It's one of our civic slots. Aristocratic elite. Reform. Beautiful. We are now a theocratic oligarchy. The other thing we should probably do is maybe we shouldn't be fanatic xenophobes anymore. Maybe we should get a third slot, since we don't have to be fanatic purifiers anymore. So if we look at our factions, what have we got available right now? There is the National Evolvement Committee. What's this? Is this pacifism? I can't remember. We can see... Where can I see that? I need to find one of them, I guess. Alright, Zoldar Prime SS. I just realised that's not the greatest naming convention, is it? Oh well, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's pacifist. Okay, well obviously we don't want pacifist. So we only have ones that actually oppose the civics we currently have. Sorry, the ethics we currently have. So that's not a problem. Alright, let's get back into it. I can't believe this didn't occur to me sooner, but we're going to begin a mass terraforming campaign. We might as well terraform just kind of for fun. I'm going to terraform every planet we have into continental worlds. That seems good. Okay, so after a mass set of colonizations have been set up, here they all are. All our core worlds are terraforming. Whoops, I think I'm terraforming one of them into the wrong thing. No, not ocean world, continental world. There we go. So they're all terraforming to a continental world. This one is going to desert. That was set up by the empire that was here before we killed them. They set that terraforming going. One of the advantages of this, one of our factions, I have noticed, is annoyed that we're on tomb worlds. So we need to make sure every single tomb world in our empire gets terraformed. So I'm going to work on that now. Oh man, that's so perfect. So after I set up every single colonization, it took us to literally 0 energy credits. We had exactly enough to terraform every single one of our core planets and every single one of the tomb worlds in our galaxy. That is ideal. Right, so now to actually make use of the purpose of stopping being a fanatical purifier, let's create a vassal. Let's see if we can actually get ourselves... Subject must have a name. This is... Yeah, the name's going to be random, because I'm going to create like a Christ ton of vassals. So, what are you doing? So we don't need to worry about naming them. So here we go. Do they like us? Relative power of subjects -6. Yeah, they're feeling powerful relative to us. Anyway, closed borders. That does seem silly towards a subject. Anyway, here you go. Have transfer system. Which one is it? It's kind of tough to see from that screen. Core gas. I would like to give you the system of core gas. Confirm. Thank you. Okay, let's see if we can now construct a science nexus. Science nexus site. It's not saying we can't. I think we might have done it. You know, I think we might have done it. So this is going to... Yeah, once we have enough influence, let's take another look. See if we can actually build this Science Nexus site. So unfortunately, despite it looking promising, we actually cannot build a second Science Nexus, even though we've given our old one to a vassal. That's unfortunate, but, you know, oh well. We can live with only one science network. Can you build multiple Dyson spheres? I don't remember. Anyway, we are going to build a... I think we'll build a Dyson sphere here. I think this area... Well, actually, you know what we should do now? We should breach the L gates. So I think that's what we're going to do. Oh, that's interesting. Psionic entity. This system is only accessible through a wormhole. That's cool. We should start researching wormholes. I haven't checked a single wormhole. We're going to open the L gates now, I think, so that we can see if there's a large enough amount of space on the other side of the L gate in the cluster for us to make our final stand there. So I'm going to start working towards that. Of course, a side effect of us having no longer become fanatical purifiers is we can actually talk to curators now. So sure, curators, give me some research speed boosts, please. And artisans, yeah. I'd like to become your patron to get some extra monthly unity. And Rig and Trade Exchange, do you have any strategic resources that we actually want? They have some spice. We don't actually have that, so sure, I will buy your spice. And see what the other ones have. Is this the one I think that's the one we already talked to. Hello, how are you doing? What have you got? Oh, they don't like us enough. Alright, I'd like to trade for minerals. I'll give you 100 food each month, sure. That's all. That should raise their opinion of us over time. It might have already done it enough, actually. No, it's only +6, okay. So I'll wait for that to drift up. You guys, what strategic resource do you have? Gel gives habitability. Yeah, if we don't have any already. Yeah, sure. Give me some gel. Alright, nothing else for us from you. Anyone else? No, that should be everyone. Cool. So these guys will just reintegrate as soon as they get... as soon as we can. It's, what is it, 10 years? Cooldown? Yeah, so... It's actually later this year. Cool. Wait, that is 108... 1,800. That doesn't sound like 10 years. 1, 2, 3... I'm going to check now, actually. What is that? Okay, it's actually 4.9 years, so basically 5 years integration. Cool. Okay, so I'm looking at the stats for the ship the end of the cycle will actually spawn with. It's just one ship that they get that's ludicrously powerful. And it only has 4 guns. So I think maybe Corvette spam is going to be our best bet. Just a ludicrous number of Corvettes. So I think I'm going to design that Corvette now so I know what I should be researching. It has lots of shields and no armor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's got 10,000 health and 50,000 shields. And then once it's consumed 200, 400, 600, 800 pops, it gets big bonuses to its shield and its health. Like, big bonuses. By the end, it's got like 500,000 extra shield. So what we need to fight that is something that does maximum damage to shields. Or has shield bypass. So that seems pretty good. The auto cannons could be good. Obviously, the Gauss cannons are pretty good too. What's the damage per second difference on these? We've got 7.5 here, and that's got 50%, but extra hull damage as well. So the Stormfire has better damage and higher tracking, but lower range, right? Yeah, just lower range. Stormfire is looking pretty good to me. We could also just go for the perfect penetration. That might be the strategy we go with. Just go with full-on armor penetration. It would also be useful to know if it had point defense, because we could always go with missile boat and just throw in 100% piercing devastator torpedoes. That might be the strategy, actually. What we need to do is establish whether or not it has... firstly, if these stats are right, and secondly, what the stats of its thing is. So I think what I'm going to do now is save the game, and then look to try and see what the event is that actually triggers the end of the cycle, trigger it, and then have a look at the stats, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so here it is, Utopia event 3320. Unknown command. Excellent. Because I had to put event at the beginning. There we go. So this is what happens when the Reckoning fires. I haven't done this yet. I've never seen this, so I'm quite excited. First off, obviously, game crash. I don't think it's actually crashing. It's just taking a while to calculate because it's currently losing my possession of like 600 stars. So it's rather a lot for it to process. There we go. End of the cycle reckoning. Our time is up for 50 years. We've benefited from the immense power for the end of the cycle, so on and so on. Okay, what have we done? So what it does... Oh, you don't actually lose the systems. Oh, I think I will if I unpause for a second. Yeah, end of the Doomed community. The Star Nation, formerly known as the Doomed community, has been destroyed. Oh, yeah, right. No, we haven't been destroyed. We're over here. Okay, so we still exist. We're over here. We're actually on a planet with titanic life, nutritious food, all that good stuff. Cool. But what we're interested in... Oh, no, they get a Shroud manifestation over every world. That's right. But what we're interested in is how strong are these guys. Oh, damn, our scanners can make no sense of it. They are only armor, though. That's good to know. I wish I could see whether they had point defense. Because that's what's really important. Let's see if they're aggressive to everything. Are they going to fight these whales? Oh, we don't have vision, of course. Is there a fog of war command? Give me a second. Okay, there we go. I've enabled full sensor data, so we can now see all these Shroud avatars. And I think they all stay still. Outpost rebuilt. So they all stay still over their respective worlds. These are all the worlds that they've just consumed, basically. All the worlds that get consumed leave behind these Shroud manifestations. And then our capital here gets this. The absorbed dooms, which moves around. Oh, and this one we can see! Yes! So this is the one that actually moves. First off, slow. Good to know. It's got a side jump drive, basic command computer, and it does much less shield damage and very high armor penetration. It does 100 damage a second. So, what's the tracking? 100%, okay. Evasion is useless. That's good to know. Okay, so if we were designing a ship to counter that, it's got no defense against our missiles. So, do you want to go Marauder or Devastator? What's the difference again? These have higher evasion. 20 damage a second or 21 damage a second. This does do 25% increased hull damage, though. So I think we want Marauder missiles, because that'll do the most damage to hull, and we're only hitting hull, because we have 100% shield penetration. And then we're going to go with more penetration, which will mean phase disruptors. So this has maximal penetration against the end of the cycle. And then probably afterburners for the evasion. Well, no, 'cause we think evasion's useless probably. So, Obviously, we want all the best, very best of all of these. And then probably fire rate rather than evasion, because it has 100 tracking. Although, if our evasion is 84% and their tracking is 100%, does that mean they hit us 14% of the time? Not sure. That's good to know. I should check up on that. And then they do 100 damage a second, and I have health of 300. So, oh, that being the case, actually, maybe we should think about that. This is not going to get one shot, so maybe we should go with bigger vessels. Because, say, if we went with a Titan, the Perdition Beam is not ideal. It does less shield damage. And then we could be putting on like massive increased shield damage with kinetic artillery. Could be really good. I think if we do Corvette spam, the game will break. Like we just won't. It won't work. What's the range on these things? 85. Yeah. And yeah, because it's consumed so many pops, it has 550,000 shield, 260,000 hull points. Oh, right. Okay, the weapon damage plus 600% there as well. So it does does 20,000 damage per second. Can we make a Titan? How much health does this have? Not 20,000. Well, but if we add in a bunch of shield capacitors, oh yeah, what damage type do they do? Their weapons? Okay, they do 75% reduced shield damage. So yeah, I think we do try and tank it. But the problem is you can't go really high on shields anymore because you can't put extra reactors in here. Oh, no, we can get reactor boosters, of course, right. But reactor boosters only give 100? That's rubbish. Man, that sucks. Okay. Well, it's probably better to hull tank than armor tank, because they're doing 100% armor penetration. So we are going to want to... By the way, it did take our unity when we fired that event, so that's good to know. So yeah, we'll do crystal forge plating like that, I guess. Something like this, then. And then what would we want on the other cores? Like, they're all just set, aren't they, with Titans, yeah. The petition beam will be good, though. Well, no, it won't. Because once we get to hull, it'll be good, but... Let's consider battleships. See, there we go. Shield damage. That's what we want. 100% shield penetration, even. Yeah, we could do this kind of penetration build. And then we can put plasma launchers. No, they're the wrong ones. We'd have to go with Gorse at this point. Or kinetic. That's 100% shield damage. Yeah, so we'd go with kinetic and Gorse like this. We don't need any point defense. We could try hangers. 100% shield penetration, but only 36 damage a second. Which is not that good. Or is that per strike craft? I think that's total. Yeah, it must be total because they do 6 to 8. Yeah, so we'll go with maximum large slots then. And just go full kinetic artillery. We can also outrange them if we go with a full battleship fleet. So what we try and do maybe is we go in, attack, shoot a bunch, and then once they get in range and we start taking heavy losses, we just escape. I think that does give us... I don't know. There's not a lot of room for shields on this bad boy. We'd have to go with something like this. Then. Which is less than 1 second of their DPS. But if we outrange them, like we just fight them, they're slow, right? So that's useful. And we go with the fire rate rather than this one. Wait, they're the same. No, they're not. Chance to hit or weapons range. So yeah, weapons range buffs. Doesn't actually show the effect, but that could be really good using these. Yeah. Okay, I think that's what we're going to go with. All right, so let's reload that save. And, all right, no. So what I need to establish, if that's the ship we're going to go with, which I think it is, we need to get kinetic and energy are the two that we need to upgrade. We could try a mixed fleet like this plus some of these with their piercing. And their devastators. No, the marauders, right? Because of the 25% hull damage. Yeah. So we need to research everything, I think, right? Energy, explosives, and kinetic. Alright, let's go back to the other one. Okay, so we're back in the... before we fired that event in order to check out what exactly would happen. And now we know we need to research... In terms of physics, we're going to be researching energy, weapon damage, and attack speed as much as we can. And shield hit points are going to be great, but not armor hit points. No more armor hit point research, which we've done quite a bit of, unfortunately, but that's okay. And we'll do a bunch of explosive weapons attack damage. We won't be using platforms much, I don't think. So we don't need to worry about researching those. We don't need to worry about strikecraft. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's some kind of bug around the L gates. It's weird. I've looked into it. We have got the L gate tech researched. But unfortunately, there should be a anomaly that we can research in order to open the L gates, but it's actually not showing up for some strange reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire an event, which should happen it. The last increased L gate tech activation is greater than 1 or equal to 0. Does not have this clustered L gate flag. So now, I think there should be... What's just happened? There we go. There seems to be now, there should be a special project we can do in a system with an L gate. So I'm just going to have a look for that. Okay, there we go. I've made it work. Good. So opening the L gate cluster. So now we can do activate special project, activate the L gate. So now, if we go to, I thought it would show up in here. as a special project. Okay, I guess I have to go hunting again. See you in a second. Okay, it still hasn't worked. There's no friggin' option to open the L gate. So I'm going to get my fleets into position, and then I'm going to manually trigger the event that would normally happen when you actually opened the L gate. We'll see if that works. Hopefully, we can get these freaking L gates opened by hook or by crook. I don't feel bad about consoling it because, you know, the event chain appears to be broken. I don't understand why. We researched 8 out of 7 L gate technology, so we should be able to open it. So I'll just get ourselves into a good position to start it with our fleets nice and spread out. I've never opened the L gate before, so I'm quite excited. Let's see how this goes. Okay, the fleets are in position. We've got 1 fleet in each of the L gate clusters, but I think there are others I haven't spotted. But I don't mind throwing a little bit of a curveball at myself, so let's go. Let's open the L gate. Okay, so link established. Our technicians have managed to abort the maintenance cycle. The lockdown's been removed from the L gate in the system, in the blank system. For the first time in eons, the L gate cluster can now be accessed. A great day. So there it is. The L gate cluster is over there. Not many stars in it, but that's okay. So now, do I just traverse the L gate like with a normal guy? Requires activation by gathering L gate insights. It may still not work. No. Oh no, this one's active. I think, right? So, can I explore? How about if I use a science ship? Travel to unknown. Requires activation by gathering L gate. But I have gathered the L gate insights. Ah. How about if I... Okay, now this thing has now got lines in it. Maybe that works now. No, not that system. Please? Oh yeah, it has. Does it have to be in your territory? Maybe it has to be in your territory. But now can we do it? Please, please. It doesn't seem to be working. We have our sensor array though, so we have full vision on these systems. Is there anything in here? It doesn't appear to be anything in in the actual L gate systems. Oh no, here we go. Terminal egress. There's an L gate at least. Okay. All right, let me look into the events some more. Okay, I've done it. Fantastic. Okay, so it's unfortunate we had to deal with this bug, but that's okay. We've fixed it. We've fixed it. The L gates all work now. So let's go through. Let's do this. Enter the L gate. Send our mighty force through. Ooh, bloop. And here they are in the terminal egress. Okay. Is there anything actually up here? It may be that the terminal egress, like this whole area is empty because we had to use the event console to actually do it. It's possible. It's possible. It's also possible there's just a chance that it gets something crazy and a chance that it doesn't. I don't know. Alright, well, cool. We've got the L gate opened. So what I think we're going to do is, obviously, we'll want to colonize this region. And then we'll build a bunch of ring worlds up here. And then we'll make this the area that we run to. Because I don't know if the end of the cycle will be smart enough to activate L gates. And I suspect it might not be. So that could be very good. So we're going to try that. We're going to start readying this place to be our holdout location. Okay, so I did a little bit of research. It's not a bug that we didn't get the invasion you can get from the L cluster. It's also cool. It has its own... It looks like it has its own resources. So we've got this grey actuators, grey scales, and grey dust, which is very cool. So we're going to get some unique bonuses from those for a while. The wiki also says this area is uninhabitable. I sincerely hope that means that you doesn't start with any habitable planets. Not it cannot have habitable planets, because I am going to try and build a whole bunch of ring worlds up here. We'll see if that works. Ooh, another new resource discovered. Grey crystals, which is going to give kinetic and energy weapon damage up. That's going to be so useful. That's a very good find. Alright, the first construction ship arrives in the L cluster. Let's get this thing going. We will claim terminal egress for ourselves. Fantastic. And here we shall build a refuge where we shall weather the storm of the end of the cycle. Let's go. This is an interesting turn of events. We appear to have stopped producing Unity. I'm not sure why. That's interesting. I wonder if have we hit a cap? Like if I spend more on, say, Hearts and Minds. Yeah, there's a cap. and the cap appears to be 202 million, like 2.6 million. That's an interesting cap, I've got to say. Not sure about that. I guess it's a certain multiple of your monthly income, but it must be freaking high, considering we got to like 2.6 million. Let's see what the cap is again, and I'll calculate like how many months gain it is. Okay, I didn't know it at the time, but this is the end of this video. There will be another part, probably several more parts for the end of the cycle. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.